Hello, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another video where it can be you and me and I can talk on a subject that has been on my mind. And well, for today's video, I wanted to make a video that has come to my mind very recently and I wanted to name it Today. And when I think of the two sayings that relate to that word, today, this is really for anyone in the world. This is something that can apply to everybody. And well, for all of us who are living today, we have lived through yesterday, and well, for anyone who is out there watching or living, we've made it to today. And maybe we will get to see tomorrow as well. But for all of us who have lived through yesterday and have made it to today, and for those of us who will continue to live and see tomorrow, a thing that we all have in common, despite the fact that all of us have our unique traits and talents and everything, the thing that we all have in common is that all of us on Earth make mistakes. We've all made mistakes, in different ways. And well, the first thing about the word today that I'd like to say is that even after, any mistake that we've made, whether it's been a foolish idea on our part or, an idea that came from other people who were pressuring us and really did not have our best interest at heart. After we have made a mistake, well, the wonderful feeling that comes to my mind is that today is a new day. Today is a new day. And with every new day that arrives, we can always think about how can we do better and how can we keep on maturing as we live our lives. You know, I I definitely have made my mistakes as well. Um, I know in my life, even though to a lot of people I may have a very good record, I can think of times when I have made some jokes that, would not be appropriate for the family table, or maybe at times I have wanted to, you know, do something earlier than, other people in my group. Like one time, in the year when Diamondback opened at Kings Island, I made a decision where I I was the only person in my group who had a season pass and everyone else had day tickets, and I decided to go in first, and I told everyone, I'll see you all in an hour. Well, maybe that was selfish on my part, and you know, today I would not want to do that. I would just stay with my group. And, I can think of some other things that I have done which were mistakes. And, well, I've had time to think about, you know, how can I do better? And yeah, I just like to think that today is a new day. And I'm glad that I have made it this far in my life, and I can still keep on trying to better myself and, control my tongue even more. And while I will never be perfect, I do try to strive to do my very best in a way that would honor God, and, it would be good for me and also good for other people. So I can keep making the best decisions I can, and I can live a life that is filled with ease, and I'm not making a huge mess out of things, and it makes me more at ease and makes other people more at ease. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to say to anyone out there. You know, despite any mistake that we have made, just remember, if you've made it to this point, today is a new day. And the other thing that I wanted to say about this topic and with the word of today, and again, this can be for everyone out there in the world who is listening. The other thing I wanted to say today, because it's been on my mind, is that for all of us in our time on earth, we have a decision that we can make before our time on earth is done. And this is a decision that I made early in my life, and I am very glad that I did. And the decision that I made when I was 15 years old is that I decided to get baptized and dedicate my life to God. I made that decision, and well, at the age of 15 and 16 and 17, you know, I still had my times where I was more immature. And then, of course, when my father passed away, that definitely sent me in a whirl for a bit. However, I'd say it was 6 or 7 months after my father passed. I just remember I went to a choir kind of concert in downtown Cincinnati with my mom, and they were singing the Hallelujah chorus. And what I thought to myself after that concert, which was in December of '09, I had thought to myself, that was inspiring. And even though this has been a really tough year, I want to keep on keeping on, and I want to get back on track with living for God. And then, several months later, in the fall of 2010, I started to attend a church in Cincinnati where I had already known a few people from my high school, and well, I got to know even more people there. And what moved me so much is that there were some students who were younger than me who were taking the Bible more seriously than me, and, you know, taking their lifestyle more seriously than me. And when I saw that, I really was moved. And I thought to myself, yeah, I really should strive to live the most godly life that I can. And well, when I was still around at that youth group for a while, one of the things I heard was a saying. And the saying is that, you know, if you want to accept the faith, then I would encourage you to start today and do not put it off until next week or next month or next year. Because if you do put it off to, sometime in the future, like if you think, oh, I'll just start next year to worry about that, well, next year can turn into 5 years and then 10 years, 20 years, and well, before you know it, you could possibly end up living your whole life without ever having accepted God, and you may never get around to it. You can always start today, which is better than putting it off until way, way down in the future. And for me, at least, I am very glad that I made the decision when I was very young to accept the Lord, and I've been doing everything I can to live a life that I feel would honor God. And when I look at all those years in my very late teen years and my 20s and my early 30s, I am very happy with the way that things have turned out for me. Because ultimately, even though I have struggled through my depression and mistakes along the way, I feel very glad that I have avoided any huge headache of a problem. And also, I have been able to enjoy my hobbies and, times with my groups of people in a way that is fun and pure. And I am very happy with that. And, well, I've gotten to read through the whole Bible a couple of times, and I try to share the wisdom of that and the most biblical way that I can with others, and inspire others to love the Lord and love other people, and try to shine a light to other people and shine a light into the world when this world needs people to do that. Ultimately, I am very glad that when I was 16, 17 years old, I went with the today mentality. And what I would like to say after all this is that ultimately it is your decision if you want to accept the Lord. Yes, I do very much highly encourage anyone to, think about accepting the Lord today and to get to know the Word of the Bible. I think a great starting place would be the book of John or the book of James. I think those are great places to start, and you can always start today. It is your choice, but if you really want to, then I would encourage you to think about it today. And yeah, I hope that if you do accept the Lord, that you know you can have a really good time in your life with living a life that would honor God, and it can be a light to other people as well, and you can carry that light to everyone out there in the world that you meet. And yeah, there may be some challenges along the way. You know, there will probably be a few people who disagree with a decision that you may have. If you want to say, no, I think that's a very bad idea, then yeah, there are going to be some people who may give you a hard time with that and walk away. But in the end, you know, It can be a lifestyle that can be very good to you in so many ways, just like it has been very good to me. And, like I said, I've been able to enjoy my very late teen years and my 20s and so far my early 30s in a way that has been fun and pure, and I have avoided any huge headaches that could have happened. I've been able to avoid the huge headaches, and I've been able to have a fun and pure life ever since I have accepted the Lord. So, yeah, I just wanted to share all that today. Remember, nobody's perfect. We've all made mistakes, but today is a new day, and God's forgiveness is real. And if you choose to accept the Lord, then you can always start today. And, you know, you can always find maybe a friend or a minister, who knows the Lord, and, read the book of John and the book of James. Those are good starting places. And, if you decide to accept the Lord today and earlier in your life, then I do hope for very good things ahead with that decision that you might make. So, yeah, I just wanted to share all of that today. And if you made it this far to the very end of this video, thank you very much for watching. And I wish everyone out there the best, and I will see you all again very soon for another video. Thank you.